We're back with another Apex Legends Legend rating video, where I rate a legend in these three categories on a scale of 1 to 10, then add them to the tier list. I should stop being dramatic with this. Quite a few of y'all already know how this is going to go, and if you don't, well, you're about to. So sit back, grab a snack, and enjoy. Let's start off by talking about Ashe's passive, where you can track the killers of whatever death box you see, which isn't a terrible passive, but it also isn't amazing. I will say, her level 2 upgrades make this passive way better, but I'll talk more about that later. But yeah, this passive is super useful if you're trying to go for a high kill game in pubs, or if you're just trying to stay away from players in ranked so you can get a higher placement. A pretty mid passive all around for both pubs and ranked. Easy to learn and easy to master, because there's not really anything to master. Next, we have her tactical, Arc Snare. Holy crap, I hate when this is used against me. Like, great, now I'm stuck in the open and can't escape. Insta-death. This is genuinely such a good tactical. It's perfect for escaping chases, or if you're just wanting to annoy people. This snare does it all. And good news, her level 3 upgrades, which I'll talk more about later, make it even more insane. This is not a bad tactical for ranked either, especially for when your enemies are trying to get into zone in the endgame, and you're just holding them hostage with the snare. Like, imagine, you're about to push a team because final zone is coming in, and some Ashe just snares you, holding you behind so you just die to the zone closing. And for pubs, it's, like I said, perfect for escaping people that are chasing you, since it'll just hold them in place when you pop a battery behind cover. Easy tactical to use, not crazy hard to master. Finally, her ultimate, Phase Breach. Man, am I happy they're buffing her ult in the new season. It really needs it, as you can't go crazy far with it, and it's super inconsistent when you're trying to place it. It's a pretty useful ultimate though. Good for both pushing teams or running away from them. In the short amount of time I've played Ashe, there's been multiple times where I would have died if I didn't have her ultimate to get out. Even in ranked, it's not terrible, especially when you're trying to make mini rotations to get behind cover. It's definitely more useful in pubs though, because most players there don't seem to know how to shoot at the end of it to kill you. Overall, it's a mid ult for ranked, but pretty decent in pubs. Not too hard to use, pretty hard to master. Before I start talking about her upgrades, I just want to remind you, if you're bored and don't want to hear me talk about the upgrades, you can skip to this timestamp to see the final ratings I give her. Firstly, we have her level 2 upgrades, Murder Machine and 1 Minute to Live. Now, in my personal opinion, Murder Machine is one of the worst upgrades in this game, as it's not hard to just look around to see nearby squads after a fight. I always pick 1 Minute to Live, because having a live tracker on players for an entire minute is super useful and makes her passive significantly better. Now, hear me out. I think that this shouldn't be an upgrade. It should just be part of her passive by default. But yeah, I'd recommend picking 1 Minute to Live for both ranked and pubs. Side note, after thinking a bit more on it, Murder Machine wouldn't be horrible for ranked, only because it would be nice to know if you need to prepare for a third party after winning a fight in some enclosed space. Next, we have our level 3 upgrades, Greedy Snare and Twin Snares. I found myself using Greedy Snare more because it's just nicer to have the ability to hold multiple people on a team back from killing you. And remember my rotating in from Final Zone POV story? Yeah, imagine that, but it's multiple people dying to zone instead of just one. And the lifetime triple thing is just insane. Like, come on! Twin Snares isn't terrible. I just feel like Greedy Snare is overall more useful and more powerful just in general. This upgrade is similar to Mirage's 3rd upgrade. You just have to experiment with them yourself and see which one you like using more. That's all I have to say for now. If you don't want to see the next game I played with Ashe, simply skip to the next chapter or the current timestamp on screen. There, I'll be giving my final overall ratings for Ashe. Alright, I'm gonna keep it short and simple. For ranked viability, I'm giving Ashe a 6 out of 10. For pubs viability, 7 out of 10. And for how fun she is, 8.5 out of 10. I had a lot of fun playing her if you can't already tell. Now, for the tier list. Last time, I swear. I will be placing Ashe in B. I honestly would place her in C if she wasn't so fun to play. Again, I'll be updating this tier list once the new season drops. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
More than you make yearly solely off an interest rate. I know you slightly jelly of my neck cause I'm a heavyweight. Vroom, 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 vroom. See me whipping in a drop top, I got no room. I said vroom, 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 vroom. See me whipping in a drop top, I got no room.